Hey, everybody. Okay, so I had to make some cards today because I ran out of cards, earring cards. So I thought I would get on here real quick and show you how I cut my cards. Remember I kept saying about my cutting board. So this is my cutting board, my faithful cutter. I've had this for some years. I can't remember where I bought it from. Where I bought it from. I think I want to say Michael's or Joann's. I want to say Michael's, but I'm not sure. If I happen to see, it's called a Classic Cut CL 100. Let's see, a GBC Classic Cut CL 100, and it has a ruler on here so you know your measurements, and then the trusty cutter. Yes, this is one of my boos. Yes, it is. So we're going to cut some of these real quick. Okay, so these are my earring cards and my business card. All right. Okay, so yeah, I had to print out a bunch of them, and I had to cut some. I need to cut them. Okay. Okay, so this is a 8.5 by 11 sheet. So what I do is I get 4 cards off of this sheet, off of each sheet, okay? So I go the 4, not the 4.5 inch. I'm not good at rulers, but the 4 and then 2 over, okay? And I just cut them like that. So now what I do is I set them to the side because I got to cut them some more. Get something to set these. Something to set these on. And I can cut like about 3 at a time. About 3 sheets of the card stock. So I do it like that. Yeah, this is my trusty cutter. I also cut my my box inserts with this. And I cut my winding boards with this. And yeah, it's a really cool cutter. So you can see how I'm doing this part. So I'm gonna pause it, cut them up real quick, and I'll be right back. All right. Okay, so now we got them all cut up. So what you will notice when you do these is that the sides are different. So the measurements are different. Well, they're the same measurement, but see the difference? See how this side is a little shorter? This side is a little shorter. This side is bigger. This side is bigger. Okay, but these go like this. Okay? So I take half and put them to the side, and I do one side first. That's all the same. So what we do is we come in at, let's see, the 4-inch. Yeah, I come in at the 4, and then I take it down to, because I want them to be 3.5. Like that. Okay. So the shortest end, the one that's shorter over here, I cut this one first. So that's the 4. Then I go to the 3.5. So then when I do the other one, I won't have to flip it upside down. The shorter end is on the side that's facing first. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cut them 5.5 inches long. That's half of 11. And see how they come out? So you keep them separated so when you punch your holes in them. Okay, so see, this one is lower and this one is closer to the top. So we keep them separated. And then we just cut, cut, cut. And before you know it, we have stacks. Let's see, 5.5 inches. That's stack, that's stacks. I'll be right back. Let me cut these up real quick. Oh, and another thing is this is very sharp. So always keep this away from your children. Small children, they can grab this and, you know what I'm saying? Or they put their hand right here and push this thing down and cut off some fingers. Okay, so I always practice safety. So always be mindful if you have small children that you have things like this. Now this one actually has a safety latch so you can lock it. Okay, and then you pull it down when you're using it. So when you do like that, can't pull it up. See? It doesn't come up. You have to take that latch off in order to open it up. Okay? Alright, let me finish these up. Just need to, that came across my mind. Like, let me share that. Another thing to keep in mind is when you when using your cutter, if you try to cut too much cards, too much paper or whatever at one time, because trust me, I've tried it all just to cut that. Save time. If you try to cut too much at one time, it's gonna mess your paper up. You may be able to recover from it, but then again, you may not be able to. It will cut them things all which way, sideways, and could possibly cut into your project, what you're trying to use. So you don't want to try to move too fast. Okay? So you get used to your cutter and what it can and what it can't do. And don't try to make it do more than what it can, because it will. It'll mess up your cards, your papers, whatever it is that you're trying to cut. Yes, I learned that the hard way. When I was like, well, let me try a little more and see. And a little more and a little more, and then next thing I know, I'll cut. It was too much for the cutter. And the cutter sliced into, actually bent the cards while I was cutting them, and sliced into the card where I couldn't fix it. So you don't want to do that. Okay. Alright, we are almost done. See how much time a good cutter can save you. It can save you a lot of time trying to get some things done. So this is like 100 and something cards. And yeah, I just ran out of cards, and I need to restock me on some cards, because I have a new earring I just put out, and I need some cards to card them up so I can have them ready. So when somebody orders, and there's two ways of making stuff and selling it. So you can either make it on command, meaning when somebody orders, you make it for them. Okay. Sometimes they have, like some specifics or something as far as color and stuff like that, style, pattern. And then the way I do it is I create stock, I stock my store, and I sell. So whatever I have in stock, that's what I sell. Every now and then I'll have a customer that will ask me, can you make this style in this color? And then if I have the material, I'll do it. But that's two different ways that you can sell. You can sell, on Etsy. Now, if you have a store like on Shopify or some other type of website, you can resell items. So you can purchase wholesale from somewhere and then just resell them on your site. I have a couple of people, they do that. They buy from me in bulk, and then they put the items on their store site and sell them. And then I have a few people that have physical boutiques, and they purchase from me in bulk, and they sell in their boutique. But yeah, that's three different ways that you can sell. So you can buy wholesale and sell retail. Or when you're doing handmade on Etsy, you can do custom, which is they order and then you make it. Or you can create yourself an inventory and then sell your stuff from your inventory. So if you have X amount of different types of earrings, you just put that amount on there. Then when people order, only thing you have to do is pick and pack. So that's what I do. I create my inventory, and then I pick and pack them. Okay, and then it allows me to ship faster, and for me it's less stress. Now there's some people, they enjoy that when people order and then they make the item and then ship it out. But me, I prefer to make in bulk. And yeah, it's less stressful for me. It doesn't give me anxiety. It doesn't give me anxiety. So that's just a little tidbit I wanted to share. Okay, so got my cards. So I'm stacked up now on some cards. I got a lot of cards here. Okay, so that's my cards. I've cut them and they're ready. So another thing that I do with this cutter is I cut inserts for my boxes. Now remember when I said when you get boxes, because I order big quantities of supplies like shipping boxes, envelopes, and stuff like that. So I get big boxes. And with those big boxes, what I do is I take the flaps, the good flaps, and I'll whip out my cutter and cut them up. Yes, we don't throw anything away. So like if it has a bad corner, a bad edge, yeah, we're about to cut that off. And that goes in the trash. Okay. That part right there, that's okay. But I need to take this tape off. At least a part of it. Okay, so let me cut it again. And then I want to take that edge off and straighten it up. Because, you want your stuff to look nice. You don't want it where somebody gets it and they're like, what in the world? This one got tape on it. So I need to cut that tape off like so. Now, cut these. These will be inserts, or they'll be backs for, well, inserts too, for earrings that I'm shipping out. And I just cut them up into little pieces. I got a big old box down there. I throw them in. And so I have them ready, so when I get orders, I just cut them up. I mean, they already cut up. I just grab one that's appropriate for what I'm doing, and I throw it, you know, I use it for the for my packing, for my shipping. Okay, now let's see. This one has a sticker. We're gonna cut around that like so. This part gets thrown away. It's a nice size cardboard, but it has that packing see-through envelope on it, so we don't want that. Okay, now that's what we're gonna do. Take those edges off of there. So, okay, yeah, I'm dropping stuff. Okay, so that's I wanted to show you guys how I do with cardboard, because you can use it, you can utilize it, and you can utilize it for your shipping and your packing and stuff. Okay, so I wanted to show you that. So I got some more to cut up, but I'm gonna cut it up off camera. But I wanted to show you guys those little tidbits as far as using your cutter. Okay, so have a good weekend and be safe out there. Enjoy your weekend. Okay, do something, rest, relax, do something for yourself this weekend. Okay, all right, and I will see everybody later. Okay, and remember, subscribe and like. I got some good videos coming. All right, so we're gonna be making some new stuff this coming week. Okay, all right, see you guys later.